I'd like to invite Jan Willis to come up.
Yay, J.K. Willis.
Now, I wrote some words here, but before I say them, I just want you to see that smile, because that's what our students see every single day. It's what she has shown me every single day. It is impossible to hide this level of joy, and I just want you all to recognize when you see a teacher in front of you, that's Jan. Jan has been part of our OPUSD community for 24 out of our 25 years in education. Her English classes are fun and collaborative. Helping students love literature, especially those students who didn't connect with the written word, is what drives her. When a student tells her they have found a connection with their own lives and Shakespeare, it makes all the effort worthwhile. She and I have discussed the energy on this campus and all the work that everyone does. For me, her ability to do that work with a smile, and even after a quarter century as a teacher, with an openness and a joy for learning, is what makes her so special. Jan will be missed. Her colleague Jessica Wall has a few words to say about Jan.
I have the honor to give this speech on behalf of my 9th grade English teacher, Mrs. Willis. Over the last few days, I have tried to wrap my mind around the extent of Jan's influence among our students and our faculty community. I think of her glasses perpetually perched on the top of her head. I think of her classroom stool, a roost she would return to after posing an incisive question, settled and ready to hear other students' ideas. I think of her Kermit puppet, a silly face in the bookshelf corner that reminds us all not to take life too seriously. In all my recollections, one word emerges as definitive of Jan's role here at Oak Park High: storyteller. Oh yes, Jan is a storyteller, and she knows full well that the best stories are built on a deep understanding of human relationship, the mastery of craft, and the ability to inspire. As a storyteller, Jan is a keen collector of the narratives of students and staff alike. Deeply relational, she is the kind of classroom leader who will stop by my room before and after school to check in on my emotional state, as well as chat about the books we're teaching at present. When I stop by her room during 7th period, I see her do the same for her students. How was the game? How was your birthday party? She cares to ask, and she cares to remember, which is why Jan has cultivated a reputation as the teacher students come back to visit. She's invested in their stories, and so it brings burgeoning young adults joy to return and share their next chapters with her. Jan's relational influence extends beyond her classroom as well. Committees, academic decathlon, club advising for every student group under the sun, name it, and at some point in her history here, Jan has served her time. She is a present mentor for student leaders and a mentor for student teachers, myself being one of her lucky pupils. Beyond her myriad teaching responsibilities, Jan encouraged me as a budding educator with texts, cards, cookies, and a full partnership and trust. She is a coworker who sees her job as an extension of community life, and as a result, her interactions with others are always an offer of friendship first and foremost. As a storyteller, Jan is additionally a master of her craft, and she demands her students rise to the occasion and refine their own stories as a result. As her student teacher, it was a rare privilege to witness a seasoned veteran at work. Whiteboard vocabulary drills, costume Shakespearean scenes brought to life complete with stick horses for the cavalry, projects that integrated writing and art spilling out over desks in vibrant color. Jan, a master of curriculum, has never stopped innovating, and as a result, her students have never stopped engaging her material. And let me tell you, her lessons will push you as a student. Mrs. Willis has a reputation for whipping 9th graders into shape with our no-nonsense approach to mechanics, structures, rules of citation, setting both students and future English teachers up for success in the following years. Jan is devoted to teaching English the right way, even if it costs her greatly. I cannot begin to imagine how many hours of grading she has logged in her lifetime. She is incapable of rushing the grading process. Jan can't help but scrawl all over students' works, commenting on the sentence that make her laugh, close reading passages to give struggling writers tips as to how to improve their craft. Where others cut corners, Jan pushes through the extra hours of work to give her students nothing less than her best feedback. As a result, they have all become more empowered and effective communicators of their stories, what a gift. I still have some of the feedback she shared to me, and I saved that away, and I still remember the little smiley faces that you would draw next to your favorite lines of mine. As a storyteller, perhaps Jan's greatest influence is her ability to inspire a love for narrative itself, our intensely human way of making meaning in the world. Jan is always reading a new book, watching a new film, trying out a new TV show, and sharing her favorite findings with all who will listen. It is clear that Jan relishes deep themes, raw and real characterization, and any story that features the triumph of the human spirit. I dare say she chose the right profession. In her classroom, Jan's love for narrative becomes infectious. As a neighbor at age 10, I often hear the gasp of a classroom enchanted, or the laughter of students taken by surprise. You see, to make literature relatable, Jan is known to strategically digress into memories from her own youth, weaving intricate, rib-cracklingly funny, or tear-jerkingly sad yarns that pull even the back table slouchers into her world. Just Jan about the time she accepted the challenge to a fist fight in middle school, and won against the school mean girl, if you're curious. Through their teachers' example, students take up the pen to share their own narratives with vigor, humor, and hope. With Jan's guidance, they have come to recognize that stories are how we connect. They give language and lifeblood to our dreams. And so students journal about their feelings, stream of consciousness based on the relatable prompts they see on Jan's board. They craft autobiographical incidents that force themselves to view their own experiences as tales worthy of publication. They write poetry that reanimates their thoughts into images made tangible. They share themselves because their teacher has shared herself with them. At the bridge of words, each is transformed. That is not the work of every English teacher, just the greats. And Jan Willis, you are a member of this sacred pantheon. Jan, you have taught us that the best stories are connected, well-crafted, and capable of inspiring the best in us. Your stature is small, but your influence looms large as a person of integrity, creative, and kindness. What is left to say but thank you? Thank you for the midnight hours of red pen and hunched shoulders. Thank you for initiating the how was your weekend go-rounds to check in on students on a Monday morning classroom and teachers in the Monday lunchroom alike. Thank you for teaching your students how to derive rhetorical order from the chaos of their own minds, as well as how to choose kindness instead of cruelty in our messy world. Your work may be done here, but your story will live on, as all ours do, through its impact on others. We love you, we miss you already. We send our blessings as you set off into the next chapter of your rich and wonderful life.